Let's talk about wisdom. That is something that I have always tried to do to gain insight. Are you ready? Are you sure? Well, let's talk about wisdom. You know, when I was early on in my life, my mom gave me a name, and she reminded me of my name, Solomon. She wanted to tell me as a young boy, Solomon is a man that God granted wisdom to more than he has anyone before, anyone after. Son, get wisdom. Use discernment to use insight. And if there's one thing that I have learned in my 50 plus years in the insurance industry, but I want to say my 77 years in life, is to gain wisdom. Because there are some things that we just don't know what to do. We just don't have an answer. But if you get wisdom, I gained insight in the business when it was not the way it is today. But I was able to open up this wisdom that was granted to me, that I saw things differently. I didn't use just my natural eye, because there are times when you give up because you see where you are today. You hear voices of others saying that you're not doing very well. And there's also, in gaining insight and wisdom, there's also the emotional part of it. We kind of do that just to protect ourselves. That you never want to try something, so you build a mask, you build a wall, that nothing comes in, nothing goes out, no fresh ideas, because you remember the last time when you tried something that was different, the pain that it caused. But you put yourself inside of this wall and you become a prisoner inside of that wall. I had to use insight, see things through my spiritual eyes, what it could be like. When I was on my way to becoming the number one agent, I saw the deeper things. I saw that what I was doing, that I gained the respect of making a difference in the lives of people, no matter what it might be. It might not be the insurance business, but having the insight and having the wisdom is so different than knowledge. Knowledge is, you can gain it through books, school, but how do you apply that is the wisdom that's in a beneficial way. So the principal thing that my mama taught me, and it's been something as a principle of all the things that we have discussed, that the most important thing is making right decisions. There's a voice on the inside of us if we pay attention to it, if we respect it and study it and meditate on it. I'll give you another story. My wife, my beautiful wife of 57 years, and as I often do, when I'm away from her, I spend a lot of time talking on the phone. Honey, I can't sleep tonight. Can you read me a bedtime story, honey? Honey, I'm tired, but I can't go to sleep because you're not here with me. And I would talk with her. I would call her in the morning. And one day I decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play a trick with my wife. We've been married a long time. I'm going to play a trick with her. And she answered the phone and I said, hello, Mrs. Hicks. May I speak to Solomon Hicks, please? She said, honey, what are you doing? She picked up right away that it was me. Well, how did she know me? We spent time together. She knows my voice. That is the same way that if you are seeking after wisdom, spend time with it. Embrace it. Respect it. and obey. This is how you know what to do, even if you don't see the results of what you're doing immediately. But learn the wisdom. That's the principal thing. That's what keeps you focused. That's what keeps you driving. Because it's more important. You could get a lot of fame. You could get a lot of recognition. You could have a lot of plaques on your walls. But did you get it through wisdom? Do you have any regrets? Any of you are lost and not knowing whether or not this is right for you? And are you doing the right thing being in this business? I've been there. There are times when I wanted to quit, but it was always something, a word that was spoken, a word that I read that kept me staying in the business and kept me staying there until the manifestation took place. I didn't learn this overnight. I didn't get away from it, that I got it now, I don't need to do anything else. I am ever learning. Even at 77 years old, I am ever learning. I'm feeding into my spirit, man. That's where you gain wisdom. That's where you gain insight. I'm concerned about the total man. Are you experiencing the joy of life through the things that you're able to do in this great industry of ours? And it takes time. But I can help you if I can hear from you. The comments that you will be making, let me hear from you. I hope you have a wonderful day.